Hi, boys and girls. We're going to talk about lesson 9.7, which is equivalent fractions. So we're going to do some more work on equivalent fractions today. All right. Now remember, equivalent means a fraction that has the same value, but it has different numbers. And hopefully you've started to see through our practice last week that the denominators have a relationship to each other. Okay, so let's take a look at this. First problem. Cole brought a submarine sandwich to the picnic. He shared the sandwich equally with 3 friends. The sandwich was cut into eighths. What are 2 ways to describe the part of the sandwich each friend ate? Cole grouped the smaller pieces into 2s. Draw circles to show equal groups of 2 pieces to show what each friend ate. All right, so let's take a look at this sandwich. Cole shared this with 3 friends. So we have 3 friends plus Cole. How many people ate this sandwich? Right, 4 people ate the sandwich. All right, so if 4 people ate this sandwich and each of these pieces are 1/8, each of these is 1/8, and 4 people ate it, we're going to group these smaller pieces into 2s. So there's 1, 2 with my squiggly lines. Here's another 2. There's another 2, and there's another 2. So if this was Cole's, this is 1/8. This piece is also 1/8. So how many pieces of this sandwich did Cole eat? We can say that he ate 2/8. All right, because they're 2 pieces. But now let's look just at the circles I just made and pretend these lines aren't here. Let's just look at these 4 circles. If this is what Cole ate and the total of all the pieces is 1, 2, 3, 4. So my denominator is 4. How many pieces of that did Cole eat? He ate 1. So when we have this sandwich broken up into 4 groups, the amount that Cole and each of his friends ate is 1/4 of the whole thing. So we can say that 1/4 is equivalent to 2/8 because there's 2/8 in that 1/4 size piece. All right. Going to get rid of some of this stuff here. All right, so I just sort of did some work over here. This is going to be 1/4 and 2/8 are 2 ways to describe the part of the sandwich each friend ate. Let's take a look at this. Circle equal groups. Write an equivalent fraction for the shaded part of the whole. This is the same, pretend this is the sandwich. So let's put it into those 4 groups. So now they're taking 4/8, so it's all of this. Okay, the shaded part. I just did my own shading. Let's do a different denominator. Well, 1 group, 2 group, 3 group, 4 group. And how many of those groups are shaded? 1, 2. So we can also say that 4/8 is equivalent to 2/4. And some of you may see that these are all equivalent to 1/2 of that shape. All right, let's move on. Heidi ate 3/6 of her fruit bar. So I'm going to shade in 3/6 of that fruit bar. Molly ate 4/8 of her fruit bar, which is the same size. So Molly has this fruit bar. It's the same fruit bar, but she ate 4/8 of it. Okay. And this is very sloppy, but you know that Heidi ate that top. Molly ate this top. Okay. Which girl ate more? Well, do they look like one shape is more than the other? If we're not looking at my yucky shading. Is 3/6 greater than, less than, or equal to 4/8? Well, I did the top of each of these, and they look exactly the same. So I'm going to say that they are equal to. So the girls ate the same amount. Now let's look at 3/6 and 4/8. I can tell that these are each a half. How do I know that? 3 is half of 6. 4 is half of 8. So all of these are equivalent to 1/2. All right, moving on. Okay, so here's the kind of activities you're going to have. Each shape is one whole. Write an equivalent fraction for the shaded part of the models. Now we're getting into fractions greater than 1. So here's one whole. So my denominator is 3 for this fraction. I'm going to put a dot in each one of these. They're each thirds: 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 4/3, 5/3, 6/3. That's where this fraction comes from. So what's this fraction going to be called? It's sixths. Well, how many pieces is this broken into? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not done. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this fraction will be 12/6. So that means this picture, named as a fraction, is the same as this picture named as a fraction. Both of them are fractions greater than 1. Okay? So your lesson today is very similar to that problem that we just did. All right? You might have the shapes in different they might be different shapes. Here they're circles. Always look at the denominator. If the numerator is bigger, it's the fraction greater than 1. And you're just basically, make sure you're reading the directions. Each shape is one whole. Shade the model. So if this much is shaded in this model, you're going to shade this much in this model. And then find out how many pieces there are. All right? And they give you part of the fraction. All right, guys. Have a great day. See you soon.